Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Farmer Big Z, and welcome back to episode 35 of my challenge series on Mars the Mission. Where am I going? Where am I going? We pick up in October, and I'm heading to the Sheep Dome. Before we get straight into the big project, the big harvest of the day and of the episode, we have just a little bit of animal maintenance to take care of, some tending to our sheep that needs, or that we should get done before getting into some of our more time-consuming matters of the day. So, we woke up nice and early here in October, and we need, or we should, just move, that is going to be good enough. Okay, in that case, I'll go do the other side first. We need to put some more hay down for the sheep. After that, we have a brand new harvesting task for me to do today. We are finally ready to harvest some sugarcane. Now, I've never harvested sugarcane before. Let me just see if I can get high enough. Yeah, let's grab the top one. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. What is going on? Okay, let's figure something out. Let's back up, drop these off. There we go. This is actually one of the downsides of using a CSZ pack, is that, or at least this one, when you're using it automatically, is that it's a little harder to grab exactly what you want to grab. And one of the reasons why in my next series, I will be using a normal bale spike, just something a bit more manual, or a lot more manual technically. And I'll just make sure to get it done that way. But yes, like I was saying before, I got distracted by my faulty bales, is that I have sugarcane to pick up today. It's the first time I've ever harvested sugarcane. I think in another farm save way back when, I might have tried to plant some, and then I think I harvested it once, or like half of once, but I just kind of gave up on it and I didn't finish. And that was just something that was lost to the ether. But today, we are going to finish it for sure. We woke up early, like I was saying, to take care of some farm chores, and to start harvesting our sugarcane nice and early. We have a good amount of rain scheduled for today. I think we have 3 or 4 hours of rain starting at 10 o'clock, I believe. I'll have to double check that shortly, but not only do we have sugarcane to harvest, we also have sunflower seeds. So, a good bit of harvesting. We have 10 acres of sugarcane, and then we have another 30 acres of sunflower seeds to pick up. It's going to be a busy day, but first thing I wanted to do was to take care of that. Everything else is pretty much good to go. The animals have enough feed, they have enough spawn room for any new products, and that is good. Everything else around the farm or around the colony I should be saying, is pretty much sorted since our last episode. So, we are good, and we are ready for this one. Now, what did we take care of last episode? Last episode we covered, I believe, 2 months, the months of August and September. Yeah, that makes sense. And we did some potato harvesting. Now, it was the first time I harvested potatoes on this colony, and we brought in a ton. We brought in over 770,000 liters of potatoes off 2 10-acre fields. So that was a good and, if I could say, bountiful harvest. Now look at that nice tall sugarcane. It will be good. Before I do this, let me just also start double checking something. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the planting window. So we're in October, and like I said, sunflowers over here and sugarcane down here is ready to be harvested. Outside of that, February is the next time we can plant cotton, which we're not even doing. And then we get back into the March and April planting season or planting time frame. So these two 10-acre fields in front of me that have been limed will just kind of sit like that for a little bit, and that is fine with me. Now I'm gonna try to park this tractor out of the way. Over here should be fine. And then let's take a look at this sugarcane. So we should be able to harvest somewhere in the ballpark of 50 tons per hectare. Now, do I know what that turns into liters per acre? No, I have no idea. But it is a higher number than the vast majority of the other crops like wheat, oats, corn even, that we harvest. So it should be a good healthy harvest. Let's get my pipe up and over, and then let's get this fired up. Let's get some lights because it is still a little dark, and let's get straight to it. Now, something I'm going to have to learn and figure out today here on the fly is how, or won't really be today, it'll more so be a tomorrow issue or a following month issue. We have to figure out how this sugarcane will regrow. I've never got to the point in previous saves where I was regrowing any sugarcane off of a harvest. So this is all going to be brand new for me. So I'm gonna... Ooh, will we even make it to the end of this pass? Yes? Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. But yeah, I know that at least if you use standard vanilla harvest... Oh no, we did not make it to the end of this pass. That is wild. Okay, let's... Where's that going? Where is that going? That better not be shooting onto the ground. Let's get this pipe in. The other thing, I know I'm kind of jumping around all over the place right now, but the other thing is that the way we have our bin set up is that we will be manually driving our full loads over to the colony food storage area ourselves. Every time we fill up and we didn't even get a full lane there, we will be doing that ourselves. I'll try to double check how many passes it should take using the GPS indicator there in the bottom right corner, but that might be a lot of individual manual driving. Before we unload, let's take a quick peek at our previous numbers. So once again, corn is sitting at 645, let's call it 100,000 liters. Oats following shortly behind with just shy or just over 592,000. Sunflowers are our smallest so far gathered crop, but once again, we will be harvesting 230-acre fields, and that is currently sitting just shy of 400,000. And then wheat is in this grain-ish storage area. Wheat is the big guy on campus. Wheat is sitting at 825,000 liters. Now, we do know that we harvested 770,000 liters. There we go. Nope, wrong button. We do know that we harvested 770,000 liters of potatoes plus the additional 60-ish thousand that we had before. So I believe, if I can quickly jump over here, yeah, we are sitting at 835,000 liters of potatoes. So things are going well, and now we have finally sugarcane on the scoreboard. So all of our mission crops, I was thinking of a better way to describe the crops that I'll be saving and the crops that I will not be saving. And I decided to call them mission crops. We have all of our mission crops on the scoreboard, and they are all being, to some capacity, harvested, planted, and working. The only other thing we have to still kind of start doing is we need more beehives. We only have 40 of, I believe, 10, maybe 20 beehives. I have to double check that number. And then we also need to, what is that other two things? We need to start planting trees, and then we additionally need to start soon, once the canola is harvested, bringing in some chickens. Nope, not chickens, not sheep, not cows. We need to start bringing in some pigs and unfold that first. Yep, I can do that for sure. But yeah, we need to start bringing in some pigs. I believe as long as we have our trees and our pigs in by year 10, I think we should be pretty good with hitting any full growth type of timeline. Mind you, do we need to have them fully grown? No, but it is something that I kind of want to hand over to the colony guys properly. I want them to have fully developed, fully producing cows, chickens, sheep, pigs at 100% health. I want the trees to be fully grown for whatever purpose they need to do. And then, mind you, bees are pretty fast. They just put them down and they're good to go. But yeah, I want the bees to also be ready to go as much as possible. So, oof, this is gonna take a while. Hopefully I can get one of these fields done before the rain starts. And then I'll have to figure out something to do in the meantime. Maybe, like my planting situation, I may harvest through the... Nope, I won't harvest through the rain because that's going to reduce my yield. So if it does rain, I will stop. But I'm going to cut here. I'm going to drop off this second load of sugar canes over to the colony food storage area. Throw this all into a... No! Oh no, not my... Ooh. Okay, let's see if I can salvage some of this. Okay, well, that little corner will... I don't like how that is shooting out. But, like, either way, like I was trying to say, I'll throw this up into a montage. I will see you all on the flip side, and we'll finally see how much sugarcane we were able to harvest off of 2 5-acre fields, 10 acres in total. Our last crop that we needed to start harvesting. I will be right back. Okay, and we are done harvesting our 2 5-acre fields of sugarcane. Now, I know I didn't give you all a prediction before I got this started, but as always, if I did, I once again would have been wrong. Now, the only hint, I always do one of these, the only hint I will give you, so start thinking about, oh, how much sugarcane did Farmer Bigsy collect off 2 small 5-acre fields? Is this, I'll give you 2. First off, I'm glad I used these 2 fields instead of any other fields. And secondly, I'm going to say I am very glad to be going this way and to be dropping sugarcane off at the sugar mill. Yes, so we're going to put 31,000 liters of sugarcane into the sugar mill. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I'll break the news for you. We already, in one harvest, harvested more than 1 million liters. So, this mission crop is complete. I'll do a little U-turn, and I won't start a GPS, or not a GPS. I won't start my cruise control because it's going to be a very short trip. You know what? We'll wash off later. What I'm going to do first is I am going to try to collect the excess sugarcane that is already sitting in this colony storage area. So I can set a cruise control for this, and yeah, around that corner, boom, we have harvested 1,021,000, almost 22,000 liters of sugarcane from just those 2 small fields. Truthfully, I've never harvested sugarcane before, and I told you guys this already. But when I was reading those numbers and it was saying 50 tons per hectare, I was imagining that I would have collected less than the potatoes, obviously, right? Because I had twice as many or twice as much potato land as I did sugarcane land. So I don't really know what that means now. And hopefully our potatoes, sugarcane, hopefully our canola goes pretty well. Because once again, I thought I had it kind of figured out, but I clearly don't. There were some points in my harvest. Ooh, is that enough? 721 more. See if I can get that any closer. So I want to get 721 plus 104. Let's see if I can get that to 800. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I even attempt to do things like that. So let's switch to the grain door. We'll get a smaller opening and we'll just try to dump. Let's see, how much do we need to dump now? 209 liters. So we'll make sure we get over it. 209 liters, so we can bring that down a smidgen. Let's see how close we can get. No. Okay. We will call that good. So yeah, we are officially over our 1 million liters of sugarcane. It's wild to imagine that the last crop to be planted and harvested is surprisingly the first one that is ready to be complete. So that is good. There were points in my harvest where I was harvesting, especially very close to the beginning, and I was doing a lot of these runs. I was driving the harvester away from the field, and I was like, oh, I would really love to have some type of auger system, some type of system where I could collect into a bin and then use Marty to transfer from the field to the colony storage area. And I was even contemplating buying one, and it would have cost me like $88,000. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I waited because we are good. Now, the other thing, let me get this started, is that we need to wait to see if more sugarcanes grows. If more sugarcane grows out of these two fields, obviously we'll be harvesting them again. But it does mean that we're going to have a lot of sugar that we can start creating in our sugar mill. So yeah, I'm going to get this hose down, put away, and I will be back with you all in a flash. Okay, so we're back and the harvester is put away. Now, I figured I might as well start getting some of the other productions needed for my impromptu accidental cake making started up and running. So this all started because I accidentally put 1,500 liters of butter into the bakery. Now, if I could ever back up close enough. There we go. So in order to make cake, I want to try straw. Nope, I want cake. I don't want. I do want cake, but right now I just want wheat. Well, that should be enough. So in order to make cake, we need flour. Hence the wheat I grabbed right now. I'm going to bring this over, and it should give me enough. I think it's 5 units of wheat to make 4 units of flour. So I think that should be good. If anything, I'll top up as needed, if needed as well. Outside of that, we need milk. I can hopefully bring over as close to 1,500 liters of wheat without much issue. I'll then need some sugar, and the sugar cane is working on getting that done for me. We need strawberries. I've set 2 of my greenhouses. I used to just have 1, but I've now set 2 greenhouses to produce and distribute strawberries. And then I need... I feel like I'm eggs. Yes, eggs. So I will go hook up the trailer and I'll bring some eggs over. So let's dump this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, already checked, and strawberries. If I work my way from the top, we can see wheat. That is working and that should distribute. After that, we need sugar. Like I mentioned, sugar is working and is set to distribute. Hopefully we don't get too much. But either way, we'll see what we can do with that. From there, we will need milk. Milk, I should have plenty of milk, to be honest. Yeah, milk is obviously something we are good for. We then need eggs. We should be plenty good from eggs. It's just a matter of grabbing the right amount from the chickens. So hopefully we can find like 2 partial or 1 full and a partial pallet of eggs down there. And then finally our strawberries. I have these 2 making and then distributing strawberries. I thought about doing all 3 and maybe I will. Yeah, let's turn that on for a quick second. And we'll just make sure to flip it over once they're done. I'll keep a close eye and hopefully I won't forget. Because if I forget, that might just mean I'm going to be making more of any of those products and more cake in turn. So let's go. Where am I going now? Okay, so I'll drop this bin off by the sunflower fields. And then I gotta find my trailer. My trailer should be in the chicken dome. I think I can see it now. Yeah. And then perfect. My forklift and everything else is over there from the last time I was trying to bring eggs off of the spawn zone. So let's take care of this. One thing I did want to mention also in relation to the sugarcane that I just harvested. It did rain. Obviously the rain was supposed to stop at 1 and I think it started at 10 o'clock if my memory serves me correctly. And it's one of those things where I was finishing up a pass And I noticed that I didn't get that warning saying, hey, harvesting this crop in the rain will reduce your overall yield. So I didn't notice that, and I did a little bit of research into it, and actually sugar canes are one of the crops where farmers will just keep harvesting rain or shine. Regardless of what's going on, farmers will keep harvesting sugarcane. It's not something like wheat that they will stop in. So, wait a minute. Oh, that doesn't show me how many liters. Okay, I'm gonna wait to see. I'm hoping that if this here says 1400 pieces, I'm hoping that it's 1400 liters as well. So I'm gonna wait till this one here, this partial, is a bit more full. Getting roughly to 750 pieces, and I will call that good. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna get some of the milk done. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was saying. So yes, I harvested the sugarcane in the rain. It all worked out pretty good. We have some weeds growing here, just on the edge. Oh, and in the middle. We gotta get Marty fired up. But he is needed shortly. I'll take care of this later. Let's see, what stage are these weeds at? Weeds are growing medium. Oh, yeah, that's obvious. If they're too big for my weeder, they would be visibly way too large. So that's fine. I will take care of that once we finish harvesting the sunflowers. So, like I've been trying to say, I harvested the sugarcane in the rain. I looked into it, and farmers in real life do harvest sugarcane rain or shine. The only thing that was going to stop me was if my machine, if the harvester got bogged down in the mud. So everything, I'm going the wrong direction. Everything worked out well. We were able to harvest in good time. It's 2 o'clock now, and we still have 2 15-acre fields of sunflowers to harvest. And I know the sunflower harvester, or the corn sunflower header rather, isn't the most speedy, and it's not very large like our brand new honeybee airflex. So I do want to make sure I don't run too late in the evening. Now, is this empty? And we're not using this tractor for this anymore. I should have grabbed the truck when I was over by the eggs. That is unfortunate. Either way, I'm going to get this done. I won't drive around and show you guys my struggling to get 1,500 liters of milk into a tank. I'll just get it done, and I'll meet back up with you in a second. Okay, we missed the mark just a bit, but milk is now in, and that's close enough. I'm not too worried about that. So we're still waiting on eggs. Flour, sugar, and strawberries are slowly making their way over, and that is good. We do not need anything else for the cake. All we have to do is make sure we are monitoring our distribution, especially on some of those things that have a good amount of product flowing to them. Like if I don't check the greenhouse will just keep pumping strawberries over here. The same with the sugar. I need to make sure I'm staying on top of this. But that is good. Now, what else needs to be done? Outside of harvesting sunflowers, I don't think there is anything else. Unfortunately, I'm going to run back over to my tractor, detach it from the trailer that it's hooked up to right now. And, oh, see, I don't even need that. I feel like I need that because I'm harvesting, but I don't. I'm going to leave that where it is. That can stay where it is. The tractor can stay where it is. I need to run over to my harvester, and I also need to get Marty hooked up to this bin. So I'll do that and we will get straight to harvesting sunflowers. Now, sunflowers are something we have harvested before. Let's see, how many sunflowers do we have in total? 400,000, roughly 400,000 liters of sunflowers. Now we have 2 large fields ready to harvest. It is time for a prediction. It's been a while. I've missed potatoes, I missed sugar canes. Let's make a prediction on our sunflower harvest. I'm estimating that we'll pick up another 150,000, 225,000. I'm gonna bump it up. I've been caught off guard twice now by which crops or by how much my crop yields have been. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it 225,000 off the 2 fields. I do know that sunflowers are a smaller harvest. They don't produce a lot of yield naturally, so 225,000 off the 215 fields is what I'm going to call it as. I'll get this up, I'll get this done, and I'll see you after a montage. And that's going to be a wrap for October. And boy oh boy, let me tell you, was this ever a eventful month. So, all behind the scenes, away from you guys, I unfortunately made a big mistake. So, I did my sugarcane harvest, and we've all seen that. And then I started doing my sunflower harvest. Now, I was recording some montage footage in between everything, and accidentally, instead of starting a new recording, I Alt Shift F4, I think I did, or Alt Tab F4, either way, I closed the game without saving. Only to open the game back in October at 03 a.m. Yeah, so 3 o'clock in the morning in October is when I had to restart. That means I had to redo everything. I redid the sugar cane harvest, which was very slow, and then once again I got back down to this. So essentially, we are done, and I need to figure out a better way to start either saving my games, because I don't like using the in-game autosave. Opening up the menu and seeing that thing pop up is really frustrating to me. But either way, let's take a look at some slightly new numbers. So first off, let's start over here. Obviously, our sugarcane numbers are slightly different from what I had spoken about earlier, but essentially they all came back towards the same, roughly the same, into the sugar mill. So that is kind of as is. We still hit our goal of 1 million. And once again, surprisingly, the last crop to be planted and harvested is surprisingly the first crop to be done. So that was that. Then I had to kind of restart my process here on my production chains. And I'm now kind of 3.7. Okay, I can turn this off. That's enough. But essentially, I have everything back in here pretty well sorted out. The only thing I'm waiting is the eggs. The eggs, I haven't caught them at a good time where they would roughly even out to be 1,500 liters. So I'm still waiting on the eggs, and that is the last thing. The only other thing of note here on the production chain is the dairy. Now, unfortunately, I was dividing the sugar between the bakery and the dairy. And for some reason, the dairy was getting a good bit more than the bakery. So the bakery now has sugar in it. And that now means I don't have to make chocolate. But if I don't make chocolate, I'm relatively wasting almost 3,000 liters of sugar. So I will at some point go around and get some chocolate made. So that is that. Everything else is pretty much normal. I didn't move my potatoes. I know I said I did them previously, but I haven't gotten back around to doing those. I will make sure that I do them before I start up next episode. Mind you, it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. I guess I can send Marty on his way. Marty can go on his way, and we can just leave him at the food colony storage. So that is fine. And then I'll grab that bin from Marty to do a little bit of potato changing. So that is that. It was a relatively good harvest. I think Marty has... How much does Marty have? Marty has 8,000 liters in his bin. As I close some things and get some things shut down, let's take a look at our final sunflower harvest totals. So I did predict 225,000, and I think I fell well short of that. We are now sitting at, so that would have been 140, call it, plus the 8 coming, so 147. We'll call it rounding down, of course. We harvested roughly 145,000 liters, and I'll pull the full precise numbers up on screen for you all. But yes, roughly 145,000 liters off 30 acres of sunflowers. Sunflowers are definitely the slow crop of the bunch. And I'm going to have to plant a lot more sunflowers to get our totals up. Maybe even a full colony field's worth of sunflowers one day. Maybe if I get a bigger header. We'll see. Anyways, that is going to be it for me today. As always, I want to thank you all for watching the video and checking out the series. If you are enjoying the content, please consider giving the video a like and the channel a subscription. I'm Farmer Bigsy. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you guys next episode in the month of November.